All right, let's walk you through the math unit pages on teachcandy.com. So first thing you want to do, obviously, is get to teachcandy.com. Go up here and log in. Once you're logged in, it'll take you to the main page where there's all the different areas that you can get onto on this website. But for today's purpose, we're going to focus in on math, where there are 17 different math subjects, along with hundreds of videos and storybooks and songs, PDF worksheets, and even videos that walk you through, instructional videos that walk you through those worksheets. So once we're there, we can see all of the different units. We've got number formation, numeracy, some fun counting sheets for Halloween. Got lessons on tally marks and skip counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s. Got lessons on patterns, 2D shapes and 3D solids, pentominoes where you're focusing on slides, turns, and flips. There's a unit on measurement, a unit on time, of course big units on addition and subtraction for grade 1, a unit on Canadian money with its coins, ordinals, probability, sharing and or simple fractions, and then learning about the greater than, less than, equal or not equal signs, unit on symmetry, and a unit on data collection and graphs. And there's even a few additional pages in PDF format. So let's just go into one of these because they're pretty much all formatted the same way. We'll choose addition for this example. So what you'll find is a little bit of information about addition and what I consider students should learn in grade 1. And then you'll see a bunch of storybooks. These are all YouTube video links, so you just have to click on the storybook and it'll take you to the YouTube. Other than storybooks, there's also videos on different addition, in this case, addition videos, including my own episode that's a half-an-hour episode that I do called Lessons from the Classroom, which is broadcast on the Rogers TV network. There's also some songs, again, YouTube videos that you can click onto. And then we get into the worksheets. So each worksheet has a PDF format for you to print off. And then a video, an instructional video that walks you through that worksheet. Let's take a look at an example of, say, this one. So again, here's the PDF that you can print off. And here's the video that walks you through it. So we see a domino with 2 and a domino with 7 dots on it. It's like the question is saying 2 plus 7. We can also write it downwards or across. And we can reverse the numbers, 2 plus 7 or 7 plus 2. 2 plus 7 or 7 plus 2. We can use some counters to demonstrate. So if we use 2 red counters to represent the number 2, so if we use 2 red counters to represent the number 2, and 7 yellow counters to represent the number 7, just like it does on the domino itself, then we can count all of the dominoes, or all of the circles that we've used as counters. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can see the answer is 9, and I can write it in. So the same setup for all of the worksheet pages. In this case with addition, we're looking at least 22 worksheet pages, easily one a day for 22 days. There are some answer keys being provided as well. And at the very bottom, there's an assessment for addition specifically, and you can either go into the one that has all levels, and this is something that you could highlight, copy, and paste into, say, a very basic text format, and then you could make changes to edit it. In this case, with the all of it, it shows a bit of an opening, and then it shows a comment for emerging, for developing, for proficient, and for extending or exceeding. Also some comments if a student was absent for most of that unit, or they're ELL and struggling with the language portion, or if they have an IEP and require assistance from their EA, or SEA, or SSW, or SSA, whatever term you use in your area. And then a few next steps. Space for the student to have a self-reflection. You could record their verbal reflection. And what the proficiency scale means. Again, you can change the language of this. But there's also ones that specifically only talk about the emergent level, or only the developing level, or the proficient level, or the extending level. So it doesn't have all those additional comments. And that's basically how each one of the math units is laid out. Storybooks, videos, songs, worksheets, and an assessment. Which is the case for all of the theme units.